Okay, so I may be in the dustiest background with bottles of gin above my head, but I know how to run a recruitment business, and that's what I'm going to be diving through in this video. So if you're either running a recruitment business yourself or you're looking to get started, if you follow along through this video, I'm just going to give an overview of what it looks like. Now, this is mostly for beginners, but there are 5,000 new recruitment businesses that are started up per year, and most of them fail. So if you can look into and extrapolate any kind of value from this video, then please do so. So I hope you enjoy. And this is how to start a recruitment agency in 2023. So you may think, why would we even start this business in the first place? What about all the other opportunities that I could start instead? Well, recruitment's actually a good business model because very low startup costs. You can learn whilst you're earning, so you're building skills whilst making money. And it's easy to learn because there's plenty of resources and opportunities to do so. And it's actually a rewarding business to enter, so you can achieve your time and location freedom. There's a lot of things that you can delegate. There's a lot of demand for it as well. And there's a huge financial benefit in it. You know, you can scale to up to £150,000 per month with this business model and retaining clients. So what actually is it? For people who have no idea how this operates at all, I'm sure some of you will have an idea. You know, all you're doing is facilitating hires. So that's creating win-win situations for both the client and the candidate. So you're building relationships with both of these parties and then creating a process to facilitate the hire. In order to get started with this, you need to set up the right environment. So there's a few things that you want to consider before doing it. Is your equipment. So, you know, have you got your laptop, have you got a computer, have you got all the things that you need to go on? If not, you need to create an environment for this if you are completely new, or somewhere to access. I'd recommend buying nice as well instead of buying junk that you're going to have to throw away, because you want to enjoy the process. As well as that, you need to have the right mindset. So you need to build discipline, focus, and a clear expectation and direction of what you're doing. If you're not in the right headspace for this, you know, you're too focused on other commitments, then you're not going to be able to get out of it what you would like, and it might put you off in the longer term. So if you get this right initially, then you'll be in the right situation to get started. You'll also want to look at your distractions, you know, get rid of anything that's stopping you from progressing, whatever that may be. You will all know yourselves best. But get your environment really set up properly before you move into the business. And once you've got that ready and you're ready to move into it, you know, you're thinking, right, let's get it going, but who are we going to target? In terms of finding a niche, there's a few little factors to look at. Is it something that you're passionate about, or something that you're experienced in? And then also realize that the niche that you use is likely to change as you progress, because it's not always based on what you think until you build that perspective just from speaking to companies and spotting the opportunities that you wouldn't have known previously. So you've chosen niche, whatever your niche you're going to target for now. Let's say it's construction. It might change in the future, but you're just going to focus on construction. So you need to find a way of finding all the people that are seeking a job in that industry. The niche that we work with is tech and crypto, Web3. So if we're looking for developers in there, we go into a Discord and we can find communities full of these developers, which we can pull into our outreach and build connections with them. You can do this on LinkedIn as well, which is a good place for it. Then once you've built a community or contacts of a load of these candidates, which is a priority, you should focus on this before you find companies. Then next you move on to developing relationships with companies who are hiring. LinkedIn's a great one for this. Make sure you're reaching out to them on LinkedIn, email, cold call, finding companies that are looking to hire, so you can look on job boards and it will all be there with all the information. Just scrape that, put it into a Google sheet, and now you've got some clients, some candidates, and that's just a simple overview of how it works. There's a lot more intricacies in terms of, screening the candidates to make sure they match the job. But as a starter, with that knowledge, applying those and focusing on those principles as a 0 to 1 is a great way to start.